Alright, so this is one of the first videos for Music Landria's like instructional videos on how to use various instruments. We hope to do a whole ton of series of these in the future, and we recently acquired a Maschine studio, and I have no clue how to use it, so I'm basically going to do a series of videos that are inspired by reading the manual, RTFM. And I'm basically going to just go through the entire manual and let you know about all the features and all the functions of the Maschine Studio while teaching myself and potentially teaching you as well. So the first video is all about the warnings. The first page you see when you open up your Maschine Studio is important safety instructions. So probably know all about these, but it says before using the product, thoroughly read the following instructions. You'll see it, it's this paper, safety instructions. This will provide you with the important information needed for setting up and using your device safely. After reading these instructions, keep the document in a safe place for further reference. If you do that, I'd be surprised. I'm going to try, but we'll see. Alright, so there's 3 warnings. It talks about there's hazardous voltage in the power supply, so don't mess with it. It can shock you and kill you, and never open up the machine. The second warning is electrical shock can cause fires, so don't expose your unit to rain, moisture, or dripping or splashing liquids. But there's a typo, it says slashing. It also says don't place objects filled with liquid near the power supply, and watch out for loose cables because you could trip on them and fall on your head and go boom and never wake up. I'm paraphrasing. Alright, and then there's a short notice. It's important that you read and understand the following instructions to make sure the power supply or any device connected will not be damaged during use or maintenance. Don't open the product or try to disassemble it or modify it. The product does not contain any user serviceable parts. They seem to think that you can't fix it yourself. If it appears to be malfunctioning, discontinue use immediately and have the device inspected by a service personnel. There's lots of qualifications. Don't use the product's power supply if it appears to be malfunctioning. Discontinue use immediately and have the device inspected by a qualified service personnel. Again, it says the same thing. Don't expose it to rain. Make sure no objects or liquid will penetrate the unit. When cleaning the product, use a soft, dry cloth. Never use paint thinners, solvents, cleaning fluids, or chemically infused wiping cloths on the unit. Don't store in areas that are subject to extreme temperatures. This is a big one, especially here in Sacramento. Direct exposure to sunlight in an enclosed vehicle or near heat generating equipment or high levels of vibration. Always let the product adapt to change room temperatures after it's been stored in a cold environment. Don't place the product in an unusable position where it could accidentally fall. And before moving the product, remove all connected cables. Disconnect the product's power supply from the power outlet during thunderstorms or when leaving the product unused for a long period of time. And I guess that's because if something gets struck by lightning, the extra energy can come through your wall into the unit and fry it. Don't use excessive force on the buttons, knobs, or switches or connectors. So the pads on top, I would play them like that, not like this, unless you want to. You might have a warranty, so maybe that's okay. Don't tell them I said that, though. And don't place heavy objects on top of the product, like your pet elephant. Alright, and that's the first video. Alright, next up is something else.